Hey guys, I'm Angela. How you guys doing? Let's go ahead and take a look at what sold for me for the last 7 days. This is gonna be, let's see, September 1st through the 7th. I wanna show you what you should be picking up and what's selling for me across all platforms, including Facebook Marketplace. So that's Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Now, right now for me, Poshmark and Mercari are more like a clearance center. That's just the way it's going. I can't help that. I don't know why, but I'm okay with that. And so that's okay. Things that have been sitting for a while are moving there slowly but surely, and I'm okay with that. I'm also doing delete and sell similar right now, getting ready for fourth quarter. Well, pretty much being in fourth quarter for eBay, and Marketplace is generally really consistent for me no matter what. So let's take a look and I'll catch you after.
Okay, let's get right into it and find out what's sold on Marketplace for me. I paid 50 cents for each of these and they only sold for $8 on Marketplace, so quick bread and butter. But you know what? You might think that 80s Rainbow Bright always does amazing, but a lot of Rainbow Bright is bread and butter, especially old puzzles, guys. They are going to be bread and butter for the most part. You just need to remember that, even though they're really super nostalgic. Next on Marketplace is this light fixture. I actually accepted an offer of $20 on this, and I only paid $4 for it at Goodwill. Well, $3.99. So I figured it was brand new. It's kind of boho. It's going to do well. I find that home decor does sell really well on Marketplace if you use the right keywords. So boho is good. Cottagecore is good right now. So keep an eye out for things like this. I probably paid less than $2 for these at the Goodwill bins. And I always pick up crewel. This is what it looks like. It's kind of like embroidery. It uses yarn, but it uses it kind of in lines instead. So keep an eye out for things like this. And this did well on Marketplace. It sold in one day. What a flip. And look how cute. And always use words for animals and things like this, like nature and granola girl. I paid about $1.50 for these 6 Berenstain Bear books, only 25 cents a piece, and I sold them on Marketplace for $12. Whenever I buy these children's books, I save them up until I can lot them together. I don't sell them individually, but these are always going to be a great bread and butter flip, so keep an eye out only if they're reasonably priced. Pay less than $1 always. 25 cents, 50 cents, those are fine. Next up, in Nebraska here, it is Huskers football season. So I had this from a storage unit. It sold for $16 on Marketplace to a local gal. I did take a picture of the tag, and I even showed that there was a little bit of a hole in the end of one of the sleeves, but people love these vintage sweaters, especially in college football season. This actually sold first on eBay, and that's where you see this here, but they didn't end up wanting it. They canceled, and I was happy to take a cancel. I knew it would sell, and it did sell locally on Marketplace for $30. This is a Tiffany style lamp. It's kind of stained glass lamp. It's really beautiful, very in right now. These are going to be a fast sale for you. I only paid $3.99 for this at the Goodwill, so it was a good flip. I sold this vintage lacy ribbon for $12.60 on eBay. This probably cost me less than 10 cents or something at the Goodwill bins, but I bought it with a bunch of other ribbon and lace, and it did well for me. Make sure you take measurements, show up close photos, show the width and the length, and yeah, just a fun little sale. Betty Boop here was left over from a storage unit clean out. She sold for $11, and the storage unit was already paid off, so this was pure profit. She did still have her little tag. I used words like patriotic, Betty Boop, vintage, plush, stuffed doll with tags, all of those things. I always actually use the word gift in my listings as well, if you guys notice that, because when someone's looking for a gift, they'll use that word. Some Lala Loopsy are going to do very well, but all of these sat for me for a long time. I mean like a year. So I put them all together, I lot them up, and I sold them this way instead, and they sold overnight. So, you know, maybe I could have taken a little bit more for it, but I just decided to lot them up and put them out there like this. A year is long enough, for goodness sakes. So it's okay to delete and sell similar and relist them again for a lower price. This was 50 cents at an estate sale. It sold on eBay for $14. This is a roll-on perfume by Avon. Not all Avon perfumes are going to do very well. Even this one, as you can see, sold for very little, but still a good bread and butter. And because the cost was so low to buy, I still profited on this item. Obviously takes up like no room in my inventory. So this was a good little sale. Keep an eye out, but be careful when you're buying Avon. These Rock Revival jeans were only $4 at a garage sale. where I bought a whole bunch of jeans. I sold them for $29. I definitely could have gotten more on these, but I'm all about the quick flips right now. So I went ahead and accepted an offer on those, no problem. These were all, I believe, a size women's 32, all the jeans that I got in the bunch, and they were all just $4. So these may have been Y2K or vintage, I don't remember. I got these from an estate sale. These are vintage 90s Old Navy baby denim overalls. These sold for $14 on eBay. Oh, yes, I'm onto my eBay sales now. Anyway, make sure you use keywords like Y2K or vintage if you're selling these. This is what the tag looked like. I went ahead and took a picture of the front of them as well, and they sold in less than 2 weeks. So that was a fun little sale. This had been sitting in my store for a year for about $20 more than this. I ended up deleting and doing sell similar for this Delft cream and sugar set. Listed it for about $20 less than I had listed it for before, and it sold right away. So I consider that a win. I got it out of my inventory. Somebody liked it. Delete and sell similar does work. So give it a try. Perfect time of year for this one. This sold on eBay for $26. I bought this for, I think, $2.99 at Goodwill. This is Pier 1, which is not around anymore. This is a fall table runner, and it is the perfect time of year to get fall stuff listed. You probably should have listed already, but definitely get it listed now if you haven't already. Here's the tag to look for. I probably paid about 5 or 10 cents for this Ozzy Osbourne homemade vintage cassette tape at the Goodwill bins. I do pick up homemade cassette tapes, and they've done well for me as far as bread and butter sales. This one did especially well, unfortunately, because of Ozzy's passing, I believe, so it sold pretty quickly for me. I had so many of these vintage cross-stitch kits listed for like a year, so I lotted them all up. I was tired, again, of them sitting around. I deleted and did sell similar. Well, no, I created an all-new listing, putting them all together. I did probably profit about, I don't know, 15 bucks on these or something like that. So yeah, I didn't make a ton of money, but they needed to go out the door, so out they went. I did take pictures of every single one of them, as you can see here, because I want people to know exactly what they're getting. These were all new old stock, never used. I paid $1 for this vintage, is it Bosca or Bosca? I don't know, women's wallet. It does look like snakeskin, but it is genuine leather. I went ahead and took pictures of the outside, the inside, the measurements. It sold on eBay pretty quickly and did pretty well. I believe it was just for a couple of months, but I honestly don't remember. This was from a private pic of a gal who was closing her Etsy store. These also sold well, more cruel. And again, I only paid for these, I think about $1 or $2 altogether at the Goodwill bins. They sold quickly on eBay. And do you see here, see the yarn, how it's lining up to make these beautiful flowers? That's what you want to look for. They weren't big, only 7.5 inches each one, but I used all kinds of great keywords in this. Go back and take a screenshot of that if you need to and use those keywords in your listing. This little guy was only $1. I sold him for $11 on eBay. He is 1980s from the Get Along Gang. I have a little Get Along Gang book. I should have put it with him because it hasn't sold. Boo, I didn't even think of that. Anyway, as you can see, he's not in perfect condition, and I was okay to take a tiny sale for him. I just can't help myself. They're so nostalgic, and he would have ended up like in the landfill, and I can't take that. Again, from the $4 jeans buy, these were only $4, more Rock Revival jeans. I accepted an offer of $28 on these. They were the same size as the others, but they didn't sell on the same day. I believe they went to a different buyer. Beautifully embroidered pockets. I took lots of photos of these. Rock Revival's going to do very well. I believe most of them were bootcut or flare. These were bootcut. So keep an eye out for that brand. I paid $1 for this stocking at the bins, and I think I should have not sold it, but listed it for a lot higher because they made an offer around 20-something, like within a few hours, and I accepted it because, again, with the quick flips, I'm all about that right now. But look at how much work went into this. Isn't it beautiful? The kitty cats and the apples, somebody put so much love and care into this, and it was a great quick sale. This sold on eBay. I only paid $1 for this also, maybe $2. The Wilton Kitty Cat Pan, this is vintage. I take measurements of it and I try to take a photo every time of the front and the back. I'm not showing you all the photos on all of these guys because some of them have up to like 10 photos of each one. And I do like to show the date there. So good sale. I lotted these together. These were early 2000s My Little Pony DVDs. One of them was sealed. I think that helped with a quick sale, but this was a very quick sale. I listed it and it sold within a week. I took lots of photos so everyone could see the front and the back, and I did show on the side here that this one was sealed. So good find for some parents of kiddos, I'm sure. Oh, I paid $1 for this little guy and I sold him for 12 on eBay, and I got the sweetest note for someone that she used to have one of these that her mom had given to her dad, and it sat on their shelf for years when she was younger, and hadn't seen it since then. She didn't know what happened to it. So I was so glad to rescue this and help it get to this buyer. These were at the bins also. I paid less than $2 for these and sold for $22. What a great set. Fast sale too. I love it. And it was missing a book. But somebody still wanted this set. I did make sure they knew it was missing one book. I'm sure they'll find the other one on eBay too and add it to their collection. Next up are a few Poshmark sales. My Poshmark and Mercari are basically all clearance right now, I'm telling you. So I got this lot of little Barbie doll clothes left over. They sold for $10 on Poshmark. I just put these all together. They were what were left out of a collection. And they took a while and they finally sold on an offer. So I'm like, hey, I'll take it. Again, it's time for clearance. It's time for purging. This Cabbage Patch doll carrier sold for $9. I bought this for $1 as well. And I think it sat for a couple of months, sat for a little while there. But yeah, it's vintage, but it's not like one of the super, super old ones. It did sell, made a little money on it. I'm good with that. It's clearance. Same for this. I've had it forever. Bright Starts Taggies. This is one of those little loveys. I paid less than $1 for him at the bins a really long time ago, accepted an offer on him, and got him out the door. So sometimes it's not about every sale being absolutely incredible, guys. You're moving your inventory, it's finding its people, and it's out your door. These just sold as well. I don't even know if I did anything on these. Maybe just made my money back on them, but oh wait, no, these were from a storage unit clean out. So I still made a couple bucks on them. But yeah, the hardest thing for these is the amount that they're worth, and then somebody has to pay for shipping because these knives are extremely heavy, but they did sell. Again, clearanced out. Let's go. This was on Mercari. Again, clearance. I paid $1 for this little Rawlings glove. Always make sure you note if it's a left-hand throw or a right-hand throw. People will be looking for that, and take photos of all these little letters and numbers here. They do mean something, and people will look for that as well. So make sure you put it in the title. And more clearance, this embroidered tea towel. Paid 25 cents for it. It had never been used. Sold it for $7 on Mercari. And I just thought this was the prettiest little thing. It was kind of embroidered and unique. It sat for a really, really long time, but it took up like zero space. So I'm completely fine with that. You can see the brand new fold marks here. It was a good little sale. I always suggest looking for Beatrix Potter. I paid $2 for this. I sold it for $12 on Mercari. And it came with the saucer, the cup, and the bowl. I took measurements. It's Peter Rabbit or Peter Cottontail. I don't know. You can put those in your title and description. People do look for that. It's very collectible. So I do suggest picking these up as well. And that's everything, guys.
All right, that's it, guys. That's it. Let me know what's selling for you in the comments. We can help each other out. We'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you share, like, comment, and subscribe. And find me on Facebook at Mom Rebooted too. Bye, guys. See ya.